today we're doing something super fun. Of course, we're always doing something super fun. You know, if you've ever seen the classic TV show, The Andy Griffith Show, you would probably be familiar with the opening credits where Andy and Opie are fishing, which I think they filmed every season, and then Opie throws his little rock into the water and they have their fishing poles, and the announcer says, "The Andy Griffith Show." Well, guess what? It was filmed not in North Carolina, not in Mayberry or Mount Airy, but actually right here in that spot. That right there is Andy and Opie's fishing hole. And they come walking down the path, as you can see. There's the road, and it ends up with Opie coming over here, and he picks up a rock and he throws it right there in the water. And it's right here actually in Franklin Reservoir or Franklin Lake. I would call this actually Hollywood's secret hidden back lot that nobody really knows about, and it's right 5 minutes away from civilization. It was on these treacherous hillsides here that the Rolling Stones took the photographs for their famous album cover, High Tide and Green Grass. And if you've ever seen The Creature from the Black Lagoon, this was actually the Black Lagoon. Not only that, but Simon and Garfunkel's classic LP, The Sounds of Silence, was filmed on a little path here, just off to the side, and nobody knows it. Let's just do a quick 1 minute magical history tour. This is showing you how much history can just be in one square block sometimes. Look at this, ready? 1 minute, let's see what we can get. See these white hangar buildings? Those were Howard Hughes' actual first airplane hangars, where he did all of his experimental airplanes at the beginning of his life while forming Hughes aircraft. Now, this really cool building right here, this is the legendary and restored Grand Central Air Terminal. This was the first commercial airport in America, and that area underneath right there, you can see with those circles right there on the bottom, that was where Pee Wee Herman stopped on his road trip in Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and he made a phone call from deep in the heart of Texas. That was the bus station from Pee Wee's Adventure. And this right here, this building right here on the corner was the original Walt Disney Imagineering building. It was unmarked for many years, top secret building. If you look right over here, see this really cool building right there with the spires, that real cool googie looking thing? That is actually part of Walt Disney Imagineering right now, but back in the day, that was where Quentin Tarantino filmed the movie Pulp Fiction, the scene that was Jack Rabbit Slims, where John Travolta took Uma Thurman and they sat in the cool cars and they did the dance. Right there, Jack Rabbit Slims. Today, I wanted to take a 1 minute journey and show you something really cool. You know, a lot of times here in Southern California, we are fortunate enough to have a lot of things that are still vintage existing, and they're just kind of what I call hiding in plain sight. They're just in disguise, and one is this Jack-in-the-Box right here. Now, take a look again. It just looks like a regular Jack-in-the-Box, sort of, until you notice that the roof is just way extra higher than it needs to be. Back in the 60s, when Jack-in-the-Box was a new franchise, the buildings were actually shaped like giant square Jack-in-the-Boxes, and they were really high. You can see in these pictures how they look like an actual child's toy Jack-in-the-Box. Very decorative, very cool, and then, like everything else, it got unfun. So later Jack-in-the-Boxes, like most of the ones you see today, like this one here, are much lower to the ground and just modern looking buildings. But if you look around and you cast a very careful eye, you will find some of these really cool old ones with the extra roof, and they are the original vintage Jack-in-the-Boxes, still here, just hiding in plain sight. Take a look next time you're out and about.